What's good, everybody? I'm Bobby Nuggs, and you're tuned in to Carrying the Torch podcast, where we highlight the past blazed by visionaries and pioneers from all walks of life. Today is episode 5. We have one of the most recognized faces in New England's food scene here next to me, my Italian brother from another mother, Stevie Snacks D'Amato, a.k.a. the Wicked Snackah. My boy, how you living today?
What's up, my pal?
Everything's good, man. It's good to finally meet you. I've been following you online for the past 6 years.
Yeah, we've never met in person.
We haven't met in person.
This is the first time. I'm actually kind of excited because I finally met a guy that's shorter than me.
No,
Sorry.
No, man. It's my persona.
We're
you know
Italians.
what I mean?
We don't grow very high.
We don't grow very high. My mom, Rosemary, she is 5'0". My grandmother, she's 5'0". But all my cousins and everybody else is 6'4".
I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened to me.
So we're built like fire hydrants.
We are.
Can't move us.
I am literally built like a fire hydrant. You know, sometimes it's just how it goes in life. You know, but I walk with a big stick. You know. But man,
stick.
you do so many cool things, dude. It's just great to have you here today. I just want to say thank you for making the trek all the way from Lowell through that crazy traffic. You know.
Whoa.
I can only imagine.
If you've never been on Route 24, don't. That is bad, man.
I hate traffic. I'm not good with that, but that's why I always have my dad rig. But before we get things started, I want to make sure we shout out our sponsors: Cold Room Drip, Ripple, Maine, Pop Shop Gallery in North Providence, Rhode Island, Grassroots, California, and of course our family here at Underground Culture, always providing us a safe space to host our guests and our podcast. Thank you so much for keeping the flame lit at Carrying the Torch podcast, guys. Now,
Always
Steve,
support small business.
that's everything, right? And I see like that's really what you're about. That's what you do, right? That's your
It's
whole
the backbone of
profession.
our communities.
I love that. I really want to start off like we usually start with a this or that. I'm gonna hit you with like 15 questions.
Oh my.
It's gonna be a yes or no answer. All right.
Okay.
You let me know which one you like best. You
All
ready?
right. This is not rehearsed, by the way. I have no
It's
idea
not.
what's
no
coming at
No
me.
rehearsals. I tailored a lot of these questions to you. You know. All right. This is an important one. Sauce or gravy?
Oh, gravy.
Come on, no.
What?
You're crazy. It's sauce for life. It's sauce for life, man. We're from Rhode Island. You really call it gravy?
You're from Rhode Island.
I'm
I'm from
Rhode
East
Island.
Boston, man.
All right. I guess in East Boston, calling it gravy,
All right.
I'll say that's fair.
Are we going into this a little bit, or are we ending it?
We're going into it.
All right. Look, it's not even just an Italian thing. It's a regional thing.
Yeah.
You know, I find in the city, East Boston, the North End, in the heart of Boston, it's gravy. The more you get out into the suburbs, it's more sauce. But what I will concede to is that marinara is sauce.
Yes.
If there's no meatballs, there's no sausages, it's a sauce. But what you're putting in that pot on a Sunday morning with all those meats in it, that's a gravy.
Oh, I love it, man. Like this is like, you know, Italians, like our culture, we're fired up about stuff and, you know, what we believe in and how we grew up. And I also really want to start off the show by like just big up our Italian heritage, right?
Oh,
You know?
absolutely.
First chance I got to actually have someone who also is Italian on the show. So we're going to talk about a bunch of Italian things, guys.
Well, I just want to say, no matter what your culture is, keep traditions
Damn right.
alive.
Always.
Because that's what makes us great. That's what makes our country great. I don't care what it is. Don't ever let those traditions die.
Completely agree. And it's crazy. I've actually taken a lot of traditions from other ethnicities and, you know, tried to make them, including tamales and like a lot of food related stuff. That's why I'm just so obsessed with
Getting
food.
excited.
You
I'm
know what I
hungry.
mean? So, all right, next up, steak and cheese or Italian sub?
Ooh. You know, my heart wants to say Italian sub.
Yep.
But lately I've been dipping into the not even steak and cheese, but cheesesteak community. And those are two
community.
different things.
Yeah.
Tonight I'm gonna have to go with cheesesteak, but like
I don't think there's as big of a buzz in the USA about Italian subs as there is cheesesteaks right now.
yeah, I
And
know.
in general.
And it's blowing up in Massachusetts.
It
right
really
now.
is. Well, they took notes from Philly. You know what I mean? And I think that Philadelphia is obviously the capital of cheesesteaks, United States.
It is.
right?
I've been there. I've had them. One place trailblazed it all for Massachusetts, and it was I Love Frankie's.
Yeah,
in
man. I
Worcester.
saw the reel.
I
blew
went out
up.
there. I did a video. That video is currently at 1.3 million views.
Insane, dude. Going viral left and right.
And other places are starting to do it. And every place that starts doing the play on the Philly cheesesteak is just exploding.
Yep. I
It's
totally see
nuts.
that, man. And, you know, I haven't gone to I Love Frankie's yet, but it's on the top of my list to get there, man. All right, next up. Meatballs or chicken parm?
You're really putting the screws to
We
me.
have to, man. Stevie Snacks in the house.
I feel like
baby.
it's situational.
I could see
You know
that.
what I
yeah,
mean?
you know,
Like right now,
if you're at
what I'm-
Nona's, probably not going to get a chicken parm. You might get the meatballs.
I mean, I feel like right now in this moment, I kind of want a chicken parm.
Yeah, every moment I want a chicken parm. Usually for me too, I switch. I don't hit the red gravy. I get with the vodka sauce. That's my go-to every time. Vodka sauce on my chicken parm. All right. Next up, Worcester.
My stomach's growling.
Me too. We got some pizza ready to go for you too.
All right.
Worcester's food scene or Boston's food scene?
You know, I'm just now starting to dip my toes into the Worcester food scene. I'm not familiar with it, so I don't feel like I can give that an educated answer. So I just have to go with what I know. Boston scene hits hard, man.
And one of the best food scenes in the whole United States.
Oh, it's crazy.
Let's be real. And a lot of people take notes from Mass in so many ways. So, next up, dinner for breakfast or breakfast for breakfast?
You want to know something funny? I don't eat breakfast.
You don't eat breakfast?
I don't eat breakfast.
Yeah, some people don't. It's just I grew up on the farm with the chickens, country boy. So breakfast was like always in my DNA. Mom would be waking up and cooking ham and all types of hash and this and that. You know what I mean? But I love it. I love it all.
You know, I have to balance this whole thing out somehow.
Yeah, man. I feel that.
I would be a hippopotamus.
And when that many calories, man, I see you in the gym too, staying active. Like,
stay healthy.
You got to stay up with it because it will catch up with you pretty quickly when you're eating that, for a profession.
Yeah.
So moving on now, Clams Casino or fried calamari?
I'm gonna get even crazier right now.
Shoot it.
I don't like fish.
You don't like fish? Wow.
I don't like fish.
So no seven fishes for you.
I can tolerate a fried clam.
A fried clam.
I would go with that.
I would recommend go one step even further. A fried oyster is incredible. The flavor pronouncement is just insane. I wasn't expecting it because I always like fried clams. It's a fried clam flavor times 10. Super clean.
Really?
Yeah, fried oysters are one of the best things I ever tried with a little bit of aioli on it.
Well, I don't love it. That doesn't mean I won't do it.
Yeah, you probably dig it.
You got to do it for the people.
Yeah, you got to do it for the people, man.
And
you got to try some stuff. Espresso after dinner or wine?
I'm going with espresso.
Espresso every time. Me, a little affogato, a little dessert vibe too.
Yeah, a little buca in there,
All
maybe.
Right. Last one. Bar pizza or New York style?
Oh, man. Oh, you're really killing me today.
I'm going to hit you with the hard questions.
I love the bar pizza.
Me too.
I do. But I would have to go with a well-made New York.
Well-made New York, yeah. I always loved my friend Jake Polcari. His family owned Regina Pizzeria.
Mm-hmm.
His father was the one who started it. They ended up selling the company. You read the front of the box you get at Regina. It'll tell you the whole story of the Polcari family when they came to Italy and everything like that. So I have an affinity for Regina's. But Santarpio's,
buddy,
my God.
I grew up 3 blocks away.
You're lucky. We don't have a lot of good New York style here, but we do now. Providence is like, they caught on. You know what I mean?
A lot of Providence places are asking me to come down. But first, it pains me to say that these Boston institutions that we're talking about are New York style.
Yeah.
I feel like they're not. Like Santapio's Pizza is just in a class of its own.
I could see that.
It's just like they do you know how they make it?
Mm-mm.
The sauce goes on top of the cheese.
Oh, okay, so that makes a lot of sense. I like that. It's like a grandma's style. That's what they do.
It's just different.
Yeah, the mass pizza scene is just insane, man. Like the bar pizza I didn't even know about till 2020, which actually, to bring it back, is the first time you and I actually had an interaction together, right?
That's right, the bar pizza.
I reached out during the pandemic, the height of the pandemic, because I had joined the bar pizza group online, and then I found out about Boston Pizza Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all this is my people.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I belong here. I was actually getting a lot of FOMO. I'm like, all these Italians, and I was like, all right, well, this is kind of what I want to be part of and do for a living too. And at that time, I ended up making a pizza business, and we ended up getting a residency. We were making a lot of bar pies. I've tried like almost 40 places in the South Shore. My favorite's Linwood. I like Poopsies a lot too.
I was gonna say my 2 favorites are Poopsies and O'Toole's in Whitman.
O'Toole's I haven't had the chance to try yet, but they were the first one to do the pastrami and pickle.
Yes.
And shout out to O'Toole's, man. Super family run business. Irish as fuck. They rock it, dude. They're super popular.
It's St. Patty's Day on steroids.
St. Patty's Day every day, which is our worst nightmare over there. You know what I mean?
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either, but the pickle and the pastrami, that was a unique one. We did that. It was a good combo.
I'm straight up. I like just classic.
Yeah, classic.
Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Facts, I hear that.
And they just do such a great job. Shout out to Tom O'Toole. They call him Otis.
Shout out to Tommy Otis.
He's insane.
We're friends on
nuts.
Facebook. he's just a cool dude, you
Yeah.
know, focused on the family and trying to leave something to his kids and his
Yeah.
legacy. Like, I really respect that, and I've really felt like bar pizza, and particularly I felt that old school mentality that I was so connected to as a little kid, where I'd pull up a chair at the bar and the seat and get a pie, and I'd get my Coca-Cola and the red cup is still like so alive, and that's the place that you really
Nostalgic.
want to. That's who you want to support.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
when you walk into Linwood, it looks like it's out of a time warp from
I
1970.
love that.
You
I
know,
love that. You
So,
just
like,
can't recreate these types of things.
you really can't, and that's the type of places like I'm sure you love. Now, bringing it back, roots run deep, man. Growing up Italian, what was it like for you growing up in Massachusetts as an Italian? You have a large Italian prominent family.
Very. You know, that's kind of what has molded me into the absolute animal that I am today.
Yes, sir. I
Um,
see that.
I'm 100% Italian.
Yep, love
And
it.
my family is from East Boston. I grew up in East Boston. I did a lot of time also in South Medford, which is also a very Italian neighborhood.
Oh yeah,
When I was a kid, East Boston was like the North End. It
Mm-hmm.
was all Italian. Like all things, things change. It's evolved into more of a Hispanic community now, with still a lot of Italian influence. I grew up in that old world. My father is a lot older. My father's 84. So I really grew up in that old world Italian neighborhood.
the best era.
And, you know, you can't recreate that kind of childhood growing up across from the Boston skyline on the Boston Harbor with some of the greatest restaurants in the United States of America. You know, people on stoops. You know, people outside actually doing things together.
Yeah, that's a
You know, on a Sunday, you walk down the street. There's families out on the stoop with cold cut spreads. There's still private clubs. You know, you walk in, guys are smoking cigars, playing the old Italian game La
Love
Moda,
that.
which is a numbers. I mean, I
gives you chills.
it's all gone.
If you could go back, you know, it's like, what would be one of the things you want to experience most?
Again,
Mhm.
my childhood. It was the greatest childhood in the world.
I can only imagine, like, Italians have like a certain way about them when I can feel that energy, and as you're describing it to me, I'm picturing like a scene almost out of the Bronx Tale or something. You know what I mean? in
Well,
the
it's funny
streets,
you
like,
say that. We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Lilo Brancato. You know, we just out here, man, just bubbling. I love to see like the
Yeah.
Italian culture just taking over and at the forefront, front and center right now of so many media projects. And
Yeah.
I'm a diehard Sicilian as well. I'm from Rhode Island, but Mass and Rhode Island, we were just a degree of separation apart from each other. You
Yeah,
know?
the only thing I have to say is you guys, in your accents, you're like knockoff New Yorkers.
We
I
are
mean,
a lot of
you should
knockoff
talk
New
more
Yorkers.
like us.
Yeah, we do. It's weird how our accents are so different from Rhode Island to Massachusetts, but I've been digging the sketch comedy and the accent word of the day and
Oh, yeah.
everything. Like, it's
Shout out to the
dope.
Boston Guido. His
Shout out to
accent
my
was
brother, the
amazing.
Boston Guido. I actually got to run into him at the Italian feast. My first time getting to go in Boston this past year. It was insane. I didn't know really what I was walking into. The ones down here in Providence, St. Rocco, St. Anthony's are a little smaller.
Yeah.
I was shoulder to shoulder, neck to neck, chest to chest with everybody everywhere I was walking.
It's
but
wild.
we stayed in line everywhere. Had so much good food. Got to say what up to Boston Guido. I want to make sure we get him on this show in the future too.
Absolutely.
You know, that seems like you guys have a wicked cool dynamic. You know what I mean? Like,
we're moving.
yeah, man, that's everything. Sometimes when you meet someone and you just click up, you know, you got to run with that momentum. Because the more and things you do and keep it consistent, the more things can happen.
Yeah, the Guido's one of the most solid guys I've ever met, and he's a great writer. He has a great vision, but we work really well together.
I love that, man. Now, have you actually ever had the chance to go back to the homeland? You ever visit Italy?
You know something? No.
Me too.
I always tell people this. You know, I'm an Italian American.
Italian American.
I'm an American first, but I grew up in very strong Italian American culture. It's
Yep.
different than Italian. We full, awareness. I'm an Italian American.
Yep. I always love the Americanized Italian culture.
It's different.
It is different. We have our own ways and like the way we spin things and the style we dress, the
Mhm.
cars we like, the cologne, the food, the way we can vegetables, and just A through Z. There's a style to everything.
There absolutely
Just
is.
growing up with my Nonna, just seeing the way she did things, that instilled so much in me growing up. And I got to also grow up with a couple of very prominent Italian families from down here, and was a degree of separation from all the crazy shit going on with the mob and stuff down here. And,
Oh yeah.
you know, from where we are, like, you grew up probably degree of separation from all that stuff, with Whitey Bulger being so prominent in that area. And,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
you know, it's like,
I feel like you guys have a lot of similarities to us in Boston. You know, growing up as a kid, we were still in that era. I feel like the '90s were a wild time for organized crime and living in those areas. You know, the people that you hear about in stories and you know, Boston folklore. You know, these were people that actually existed in these neighborhoods that
it's crazy.
we knew. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
it's just wild that they had such an influence on the rest of the country with
Still.
the things that they did, which we just thought of as regular
daily life. Like, I was definitely affected by that, like, lifestyle immensely. Like, my stepfather was murdered in a mafia hit in 1993. It's still unsolved 35 years later.
Wow.
He was really into some deep, deep shit that all stemmed back to Massachusetts and
Wow.
that same area where you grew up from. He was recruited by a bunch of just old gangsters because he had a lot of balls. Young kid, had a lot of balls, had a 6-month-old baby. And they used him as a pawn, you know what I mean? And it's the story, same old story over and over and over again.
Well, you know, what I will say about that whole lifestyle is, you know, obviously they did some not great things, but the reality is they did a lot of great things.
They did too.
People did a lot of things for the community and small business.
They really did. A lot of the best buildings and businesses we still see today, like, are all owned by now the second generations or the third generations of these old mafiosos, and I'll always be connected to that. One of the last dons of Rhode Island just passed away, Luigi Minacchio. The Don Luigi was just a legend in Providence, so he was really the last of an era, and they just did a documentary on it. WPRI just did a documentary on it. They called him Rhode Island's own Teflon Don. So that whole era now is just starting to die off. You know what I mean? But I think it's important to people like us to keep those old school traditions alive, like you said, and, you know, focus on, you know, the future and how we can continue to preserve those things as much as possible.
A lot of it is dying off, especially with the Italian-American culture, the Boston culture. I mean, I've seen a lot of stuff about the Boston accent.
Yeah.
It's starting to disappear. It's sad.
But people are moving out.
Moving out.
Hundreds of thousands of people are moving out of Boston and just Massachusetts in general because the housing is so unaffordable for the average family now.
I had to move out to the country to buy a house.
Yeah, I
moved out to a
that.
place called Townsend, Massachusetts.
Yep, you're in
it's
the
up by
boonies.
Fitchburg.
That's why you got the dirt bikes going and stuff.
Dirt
now.
bikes going. There's more cows than people.
Just want to big up to you. You were an awesome father.
Well, thank you.
Respect, man. Like, I didn't grow up with a dad. So just to get this glimpse into your life, dude, like, those boys are super lucky to grow up with someone super focused, driven, passionate, and unique. Because you have a different perspective you'll be able to share with them. So, and
my ex-wife wouldn't say this, by the way.
Hey, you know, that's how it goes sometimes. Where, you know, looked like you created some awesome kids, and they're all little renditions of you, man. It's a trip.
They are.
You know, my nephew's the light of my life. So just big ups to all the good dads out there. You know,
it's big.
You know, it's big out in this world. Now let's bring it back a little bit. Boston's food DNA. What do you think it is about New England as a whole, our food scene here, that makes it so special?
It's just so rich in culture.
No, it really is.
Just so rich in culture, and there's just nothing like it. And I said this on another podcast, you know, Boston is a culture.
Yeah,
and that
all its own.
culture extends well beyond the city of Boston and into New England, and that's a large part of it. Obviously, you know, New England, we're crazy with the seafood because we have some of the greatest seafood in the world. We have those cold
24/7 at our fingertips.
Yeah, off the coast of Maine.
I grew up clamming.
Yeah,
you know?
so I mean, the seafood stuff is crazy. You know, we have a major city with, you know, the Italian immigrants, so we have great Italian food. You know, Boston itself is very diverse, so we have all kinds of ethnic foods, and it's just, it's. I mean, not to say other large cities don't have that, but we have it here, and we're fortunate, and we're proud of it.
Yeah, I'd say, like, you know, from Rhode Island to Maine, we're almost the size of New York in a way, you know, and having different from state to state, there's so many different things that you could try out there, and I've been really liking to see some of the Native American food that's been coming around lately.
Native American. I've never tried that.
They work with masa, and there's a Native American chef in Rhode Island who was just James Beard nominated.
Really?
The Fox Den, I forget what the name of it was, but she does indigenous food. It's something different and works with indigenous ingredients.
I would love to try that.
When you come down to Providence, I'd love it if you hit me up. I'd love to show you around in a couple spots. We should shoot some content. You know?
Absolutely.
And that brings us to the next point. You know, from opinion to platform, man, let's talk a little bit about the birth of the wicked Snackah. How did this all unfold for you?
How much time we got?
You got plenty of time.
Oh my God. No, it's not that crazy. You know, so it really all was born out of COVID.
Yep.
You know, I got a regular job. I work for the state. I'm actually a court officer.
No
All
shit.
right. And through COVID, it was wild, man, because they had us home for like 2 weeks, working a week, home for 2 weeks, and you know everybody's just home with nothing to do. And you know, I created this Facebook group called Boston Pizza Wars,
Yep.
which you
Love
know
it.
about.
Shout out Boston Pizza Wars.
And it just went nuts.
You crazy fuckers.
It just went nuts. And you know, it was a great platform to support small business, for people to get their energy out from being cooped up. And you know, we did so much good. We raised money for people. You know, we had a member pass away. We were able to pay for his entire
I remember
funeral.
when that happened.
Yeah, just crazy. And you know, we're making funny videos and just doing so many great things for others. And it caught the attention of Wicked Bites.
Yeah.
Scott
Shout out
Whitley.
Wicked Bites.
And you know, that's a Nesson TV show.
Yep.
And you know, we talked a little bit, and you know, he was unsure where the TV show was going to go because of COVID, and he gave me an opportunity, and it just went nuts. It just went, and you know, Wicked Bites is awesome. They do basically the same thing on TV, supporting small business restaurants, and just, you know, that whole Boston culture and vibe. And it was a great fit working with Scott, Lee, and Bianca, and we have so much fun. But from gaining a little bit of notoriety with that, you know, a social media presence evolved.
Yep.
And next thing you know, I never took social media seriously. I was just focused on TV.
Facebook first, right?
Facebook first, but I was focused on the TV stuff, and then I realized the value to social media.
Yeah.
Because I could post a video and get 1 million views.
Yeah.
And, you know, people on TV, we may get 10,000, 20,000. It's just, you can reach so many more people, and you can just be so much more creative because I can use a cell phone as opposed to having a TV crew come with me.
Yeah.
So I started experimenting with it, and the Wicked Snackah was born. And you know, I kind of struggle with the niches. You know, what am I going to do? Obviously, I'm the food guy, but I didn't want to be niched to just food because I feel like there's so much more that can be done. So you know, my niches are really you know, food, Boston culture, and comedy, and I really focus on those three things. And I put a focus on it in 2025, and from last June to now, I've grown about 28,000 followers.
Yeah, man, I
just
see
in
your
that
page
time.
blowing up every day, dude. Like, your Instagram's going to be at 100K probably within the next year. I could really
a
see
lot
that
of work,
happening
man.
for you. So it's cool, like, to know that this all stemmed from community, right? He started a group on Facebook called the Boston Pizza Wars, which just got major traction super quickly because everybody was at home.
Yep.
Everybody was obsessed with pizza because of Dave Portnoy. A lot of it stemmed back to him in many ways. And we're all at home watching this dude's pizza reviews, and the group was nuts, man. I loved it.
Nuts.
Oh, every day was a calamity on there, and was just something to see. It got me through some dark times of my life too, that group. And I ended up interviewing Steve just about the impact of Boston Pizza Wars was having at the time and what they were starting to do for local restaurants. So it's cool to see the Boston Pizza Wars crew be a catalyst for you.
Yeah.
You know, like, to change your life, honestly.
It really did. And you know, it's just it's all about supporting small businesses and making people laugh. And you know, what keeps me going is I get so many messages from people like, you know, you have no idea how much your content helps me. You know, I was in the hospital. I have this illness or that. You know, you just making me laugh just changed my whole day. Like, that's the stuff that keeps us going.
Yeah, man.
My inbox is full of stuff like that, and I just like love it.
Yeah, that's the affirmations. Like, you're heading in the right direction.
Trying,
You know,
there's a few roadblocks.
I love the sketch comedy, super unique. You've been able to hybridize like all these things that you just love, you know what I mean, and make it like part of your daily life now, and like just sticking with it, brother.
I got a few things that like I won't do. You know, first
Yeah.
of all, shout out to all the other people doing it. There's so many great other personalities out there and food bloggers and stuff, and everybody's got their unique way. But I do my thing, and I'm never gonna change it. You know, people always say to me, you know, you never talk about the bad stuff. You're right. I don't. You know, because I don't have to.
I'm the same way.
Go follow the guy that does.
Exactly.
Like, they do a great job. But I'm never going to talk negatively about a business. When I go somewhere, I'm going to find what I like. And I'm going to talk about that.
Hell
and
yeah.
that's just, I'm never going to hurt somebody's business who they've invested everything into. And there's guys that do, and I respect what they do, and I love what they do, but I'm one way. And even with the comedy I'm never going to hurt nobody. Just make people laugh.
Hell yeah.
That's what it is.
And it's proven facts, because You probably gathered upwards of 1,500,000, 2 million views in less than 8 months. Like, be proud of that. Like, you're doing something dope. Now, Stevie Snacks, living up to the name. I want to make sure we came super correct for today's podcast. We work very closely with Pop Shop Gallery in North Providence, Rhode Island. They're an exotic snack store.
Oh my!
They're one of the largest purveyors of exotic snacks in the country. They ship worldwide, and they also receive worldwide snacks from Germany, Australia, France, everywhere. So I don't really know what we got in these boxes yet. Shout out mystery boxes. Shout out Pop Shop, North Providence, Rhode Island, Mineral Spring Ave, for making sure Stevie Snacks was hooked up correct with some major mystery boxes, guys. And not only that, we're sending him home with over $500 in snacks for him and his family to enjoy. So
yeah, surprises scare me. I gotta be honest.
Surprises scare me too sometimes.
All right.
Crack it open.
I don't do bugs. I don't do fish.
No bugs, no fish, only
right.
bomb-ass snacks.
What else could there
If
be?
you guys want a great gift, visit Pop Shop Gallery,
Oh
North
my.
Providence, Rhode Island, Mineral Spring Ave, guys. You'll find something crazy.
It's a
All right.
box of fun right there, guys.
Let's start off with something sweet. You want to start off with the M&Ms?
I mean,
Pipoca?
I feel like we could get a little more adventure. Oh no,
Pipoca.
Yeah, what's a pipoca?
What's a pipoca? I don't really know. We're going to figure it out, though, guys. All right, let's try it. Oh, they're amazing.
Popcorn?
Popcorn.
That's
Okay.
what it means?
That makes sense.
Hold on.
It is.
Wait.
It's popcorn.
Let's put
That's
this here.
fire.
Hold on, give me a minute here.
I like it way better than peanuts. It's a little more crunchy, a little more fluffy and airy.
No, that's unique.
Yeah, it's different. Great chocolate.
I feel like why though?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, just putting a spin on things. People don't want the same old stuff all the time.
It's like they did it because they like why not? Right?
Why not?
Like why not?
Exactly. You know, M&Ms.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. Definitely has a little bit of a weird aftertaste. The popcorny chocolate. You know, it's kind of.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I mean,
I take it. I'm gonna give that. I'll give it a 5
Out of 10?
5 out of 10.
I'm gonna go with a 6.5.
6.5.
I don't hate it.
Good munchy food right
Oh,
there.
if you were high, that's
What's next? Let's go
the Asian stuff scares me.
to a bag of chips.
All right,
The whole shebang.
the whole shebang.
These look amazing.
All right, we always gotta do a little smell test.
All right, they smell great.
They don't smell bad. They smell like
No,
barbecue.
Barbecue. You know, and they look like barbecue too.
Thank God I fasted all day because I'm eating like an asshole right
We're
now.
eating junk food.
I'm gonna do a little one.
These were actually created from someone I believe is in jail or just got out of jail. They have a crazy story behind them. If you have the chance to look them up, the whole shebang, please do so. All right, let's try those real quick.
I already did. I love these.
Ooh,
These are good.
a little vinegary, a little spicy.
A lot going on. I don't even know what the hell it is, but there's a party in my mouth.
It's like
right
a
now.
barbecue salt and vinegar chip. Had a bit.
That's a great way to explain this.
Yep.
Wow.
And it's then there's a little bit of cayenne, you know, but that red vinegar is like right on the palate.
A little one.
I dig that flavor
Those are bomb.
explosion. I could eat those all day. Give me a little gabagool. Give me a little gabagool, a little provolone, and a baguette with these chips.
Throw them right on the sub.
I'm in heaven.
Throw
Throw
it
it right
in the
on the
sub.
sub, dude. A little crunch in there.
I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go with an 8.4.
Yeah, love it. I'm going for a 9.
9.
Solid. I would eat those all day. My nephew's gonna
Wow.
kill me that he's not gonna get any of those.
Well, you got a whole bag. Bring us
let's
some.
let's cleanse our palate, shall
Okay.
we? Let's do a little palate cleanse.
Pal.
We're rocking with the Fanta, guys.
All
Looks
right.
like it might be a melon flavored Fanta.
I'm seeing an Asian symbol.
Yep, some peach or guava, maybe pear. I
all
love
of
how
those
they
things.
come in these like metal containers.
Oh. Oh my
All
God.
right, I like that.
Smells like my vape.
Peaches, yes, peach rings. You know,
Love it.
It's carbonated.
Love it.
Really, really good. That's amazing. It's not too sweet. I thought it was gonna be a little too sweet for my
It's not
liking.
crazy sweet.
That's nice.
Good.
Good aftertaste.
I'm getting a lot of guava in that.
Guava, yeah, guava all day. That's bomb. I'm gonna give that. I'm giving that an 8.
I'm going 7.9.
Yeah. I don't know if I would have liked it a little better if it was more of a juice instead of the carbonation.
Okay. Yeah, a little less soda.
What's next?
Oh, we got more.
Oh, there's 6 items here. We got 3 left.
All right.
Next up is the Twix Crispy Rolls.
Who doesn't
These
like
are super
Twix?
popular. These might put the actual Twix to shame.
You've had these.
These are one of my favorites, and he knows it too.
Crispy rolls.
These are really, really good, man.
All right, hold on.
Twix makes some crazy products. Twix and Oreos are my favorite exotic snacks.
Who doesn't love a Twix?
Salute, paisan.
But there's no caramel in it.
No caramel. There's
All right,
only
cheers.
little Twix. Pazan, thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Wait,
Hazelnutty,
I wasn't expecting that.
crazy texture.
I gotta breathe through the nose.
Definitely hazelnut. A little caramel too, though. The wafer is, isn't it light? Super light. Way
Very
lighter,
light.
Lighter than a regular Twix for sure.
Crispy, nougaty,
Nougaty, a little hazelnut.
hazelnut.
It's nice.
I'm with it.
You could eat too many of these.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna because I'm trying
yeah.
to lose weight.
Trying to lose weight. I see you in the gym all the time, brother. I'm trying to do the same. I'm operating in a deficit for the first time in my life.
That's
know?
all it takes, man.
That's all it takes. I'm finally seeing some abs for the first
I
time.
lost 80 pounds.
I'm 5'3", man. I can't be. I'm gonna go wide.
Yeah.
I'm not getting any taller.
Oh, my God.
All right. Next up.
Oh, we didn't give it a number.
All right. We'll give it a number. What do you think? I say that's a solid 8, man. I really enjoy them every time.
7-7.
7-7. You know,
We're not
here.
far apart.
We're not far apart. Skittles,
Oh,
sour
Oh.
strips. I think I'm really gonna like these.
I think I'm gonna love these.
That looks like a giraffe. Maybe it's like what's the fruit? What's the gum with the giraffe on it? Juicy fruit.
What?
Juicy fruit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I love
Yes,
Skittles.
yes.
I love these kinds of candies, like the gummy candies with the sugar on them, like gummy worms
too.
and stuff like that. So if I don't like this, I'll be very surprised. Are you ready?
A+.
Whoa.
Wow. That's a great flavor.
Whoa.
I love sour candy. It's one of my favorite go-tos whenever I have a sweet tooth.
My favorite so far.
Me too.
I love these.
I have a hard time giving a 10 out of 10. I'm going to
Whoa.
go with 9.5. At the movie theater, honestly, these are probably $9.
Yeah.
Because you can't get these in the U.S., so they might even be between $9 and $12 or something.
These
like
are
that for a
great.
pack.
I'm gonna
Fantastic.
match your 9.5.
I love it. 9.5, baby.
We got one
Last,
more.
but certainly not least, I
Whoa.
think this is a Dragon Ball Z orange flavored soda.
I mean, I like orange. Who doesn't love orange soda?
I do who.
Kel loves orange
Motherfucker.
soda.
They shot the last Good Burger down in Providence, man.
Did they?
A few of my homies were cameos in that shit. I love it. That's the type of opportunities that can come about when you put yourself out there.
That's right.
All right, guys.
All right, give it a sniff.
Salud.
Salute. Ooh, big smell.
Exactly what I would want when I'm going to drink an orange soda all day of the
A
week.
lot of orangey aroma
Yeah,
in my nostrils.
it's nice. It's a little bit, hits a little flat.
Whoa, now it tastes different than it smells.
It does. It's definitely, it's giving me like,
And is it blue? Oh, no, that's a light.
no, it's clear. It is a light.
We're not smoking, guys.
It's got a little high C, very
Yeah.
citrusy, you know?
Not getting a lot of orange.
Not a
with that.
lot of orange, you know, it's light. And like I said, a little flat, not as carbonated as I would like it to be.
You know, you're really good with your descriptions.
Thank
I agree
I'm
with all of
a weed
those.
reviewer. You're a food reviewer. It blends perfectly.
I agree with all of those. It's more of a citrusy flavor. It seems to be like more of a mix of things.
Yeah,
not
more of a
orange.
mix of things.
I like it. I don't love it.
Shout out Pop Shop. Thank you guys for the great experience. That was a fire review. What'd you think? You had fun?
I loved it.
That was different, right?
These have
Your
stolen my
favorite?
heart.
Me too. These are the best right here. I would honestly eat a whole box of those. So
Yes.
I'm gonna go home tonight, watch a little bit of Survivor, and finish those off.
But why?
man.
Why don't? But they're Asian. Why don't we have these here already?
That's what I'm saying. And that's the best thing about the exotic snacks is you get to experience all these weird spin-offs they do all over the world. And we can't get any of these snacks we tried here. You can't get these in the USA.
If you don't contact Pop Shop or anything else, it's for these. Like, these
Just wait
are
till you see
incredible.
what we're sending you home with. Your head's gonna spin. There's probably over 100 items in those boxes for you and your
love
kids
that.
to go through, and they're all from snacks from all over the world.
I think we're gonna have to make some content with it.
You know, that would be amazing. You know, they would really appreciate that. Super small business. One of my mentors owns and runs it. Started off as an art gallery, pivoted to exotic snack sales. One of the largest distributors of exotic snacks in the whole East Coast. So,
That's what we're gonna do.
you know, he's doing some dope shit. Now let's keep it moving, man. And what do you think is like the most important part now about being a content creator? What do you think the real backbone of it all is?
You need to understand that you have influence. I know that it's kind of a what's the word to say? It's maybe cocky to say that, but the reality is that people that are doing this have influence. I mean, when I go to a place, it's wild what shows up, and my followers show up. The reality is to put out positivity. What did I say? The reality.
The reality of
screwed up.
positivity.
The reality is you need to put out positive content. You need to
truth.
put out stuff that is just going to build people and not hurt people. because people are watching. What you do and say matters.
Yep.
And you can really make or break a lot of places that you're, in your niche that you're supporting.
I like that because I don't think people realize like the backlash that can happen a lot of the times when you're so prominent in a certain industry, your opinion's valued, or some people are just out there to disagree with you all the time. So being
It's a double-edged sword.
It's definitely a double-edged sword, and you got to tread it carefully sometimes because at the end of the day, livelihood is at stake for a lot of these people.
That's 100% the issue. Livelihood is at stake, and one sentence in a video can just catapult a place in either direction.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, you got to be mindful, and I think that it's incredibly important too to not have bad intention or hold grudges towards certain places. You know what I mean?
Right.
Be more clear-minded, clear-hearted when you're doing stuff like that. Because you could just as easily go stand in front of a place that you don't like the owner, you have a vendetta against, and do a video and gather probably way more views than usual because people like controversy.
Absolutely, you're 100% right.
But
it's just not my style. And
exactly.
again, there's people that are doing it, and
let them stay in their lane.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And to stay informed as a consumer in the food community is everything. And people look to all of you guys to find out, like, I want to take my girl to somewhere new for date night. I'm gonna go to Wicked Snackah's page. I'm gonna scroll through and find something different. You know what I mean? So it really comes with a lot of responsibility.
Comes with a lot of responsibility, especially when you're in different niches like I am with the comedy and the in the Boston culture. You really need to be careful. It's so difficult these days to not offend somebody. Trying to walk that line of creating content that people are going to enjoy and appreciate without offending somebody is a little bit difficult, but we've been doing it. We've been doing it right.
I think that's where the sketch comedy will be able to come into play and be very useful for you, because you'll be able to make light of certain things, poke fun at things a little bit, but it's not so serious and so political and so like social media is.
You just have to realize the audience is diverse, and it's not just people from here. And although we create content that is based really out of our life experiences, the people watching it have no idea what you're talking. I grew up in East Boston where we were friends with everybody. We could do anything, say anything, and it was all love. You can't do that on social media, and it just is what it is.
Yeah, man. If you're out here, like we said, just be mindful and be respectful of those local businesses because everybody's struggling. It's a really hard industry to work in. I don't think a lot of people realize like the 9 to 5 grind isn't what these business owners are going through. It's 24/7, 365.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And not only that, the growth spurts and the down periods, it gets biting your nails sometimes for a lot of these guys. The margins are low. There's a lot of competition.
Yeah, and the reality is these are the places that are sponsoring your kids' little leagues. These are the places that you have nostalgic memories at. These are the places that really build communities. Yeah. So
throwing your wedding
when you're faced with a choice of going to Panera Bread or Mike's Sub Shop, go to Mike's Sub Shop.
Damn right. 9 times out of 10, unless you're in the jam, always make sure you're supporting local people, guys. And that's the bottom line of really what you do, man. It's super cool to see you out there every day. How do you go about navigating, finding a spot to choose?
Something, I just want to spotlight places that are doing something great, that deserve the attention. Yeah. Sometimes it'll be something that I'm looking for specific depending on the time of year, but I'm really just focused on good people that just deserve to have a little light shined on them.
I love that.
I usually look for reviews from other people. I kind of scroll through other people's pages and see what people are saying. And if I see something like the owner is such a great guy, he did this for my family, that I'm going.
Yeah.
It's that is no brainer.
That's a green flag.
It's
like, all right, well, I want to put my energy, my resources into helping your business succeed.
Right.
Which obviously, when you're gathering 50,000 likes on a video, 1.5 million views, someone like I Love Frankie must love and hate you, right?
Frankie got catapulted to the moon.
I tried his pizza before. I haven't tried his steak and cheese, but dude, I've been thinking about it every day. I've watched the video 5 times.
This again, it's a play on the Philly cheesesteak, and it's unbelievable.
It's not even a play. Great. That's the real deal,
but
man.
After we went there, his stuff was like a 3-hour wait. He had to close down.
Those 24-inch pizzas too are nuts. And I think that's all he offers is like a huge pie.
No, he's got other ones.
Some other ones?
He's got some other ones, but he's been getting bombarded because ever since that video, a number of other influencers have gone, and this guy, he's gonna have to open another location.
Yeah, that's where it gets hard to like scale up, right? Because you don't want to compromise the product.
Right.
And then he's been obviously the one hands on behind the scenes doing this
He's
all the
there
time.
every day.
Staffing is one of the hardest things, period, other than sourcing ingredients.
Yep.
And staffing is fucking difficult as hell. Not only that, trying to teach someone the SOPs and repetition, to get into your product the way you make it, to teach them to make it the same way is incredibly difficult.
Consistency's key, and they're doing a great job. If you haven't been to I Love Frankie's, you got. Yeah, I mean, I love it. It's. I drove to Worcester from Boston for it. So.
Hell yeah, it's worth the trip. I hope they named a sandwich after me down in Fishtown in Philadelphia.
Really?
My buddy Poe, Nicky Allen Poe, he was a weed activist who got busted, turned into a huge media thing. He hit up all his press releases when he got out of jail. He's like, this is what happened to me. Dude, every outlet in the country hit him up. Started a sandwich shop after it. It's called Poe's Sandwich Joint, and it's super popular. He just won multiple awards. We got to have you come down there with us sometime.
Listen, I go to Philly actually quite a bit.
Do you? I have not been yet, and I haven't tried my own sandwich,
love it.
so we might need to take a boys trip, bro.
Listen, next time I go, let's roll.
Hell yeah,
I drive
man.
though.
Now
I did fly before, but
I'm flying all the time, baby. Let's play off that. Let's talk about the let's roll. Lights, camera, action, man. You have any tips for like content creators who are interested in getting involved out here and doing something?
It's a grind. Consistency. You just have to put yourself out there. You just gotta keep throwing stuff out there and see what works. See what your followers like.
Yeah.
Once you figure out what's getting that traction, zero in on that type of content and just keep going. Consistency is key. The times that you post, the days that you post. I find that posts that I throw out on a Sunday do best. Which goes completely against everything that Instagram tells me. So, there's no rhyme or reason. You got to feel it out, see what works for you. And, as long as you stay consistent and you keep putting out quality stuff, you're going to grow.
Yeah. No, I can see that. There's a recipe.
There is.
Just like everything else out there. And
well, one more thing I will say is you have to be putting out stuff that is useful to people, relatable stuff, not just stupid stuff.
Yeah.
You have to be giving people something.
Purposeful content.
Yes.
Meaningful, purposeful content with intention really will make all the difference. If you posted 100 videos on YouTube, right, and you're not seeing any of the traction you're
doing it wrong.
You're doing something wrong. So it's always good to take a step back, reevaluate. Also, for me, collaboration is like super, super important for everything I do.
That has been key to my growth.
Yeah, I can totally see that. And aligning yourself in businesses with the right people who can help you move forward while you help them move forward. It's just a recipe for fucking success.
Well, this is the thing. People say to me like, why would you work with him, or why would you do it? Look, this isn't a competition. There's plenty of room in the sandbox. Yeah. I will work with anybody. I just worked with my guy. What did you eat today, sir? We just did a video. Mikey P, shout out to him.
Got to get him on the show.
I've worked with a number of influencers. Big shout out to my guy Joe Calcavecchia, the roaming foodie. Yeah, he was involved in an accident.
Yes, he was. But, good to see him back on the mend and producing content again.
Yeah, he's coming back strong. It's not a competition. Maybe it is to some people. It's not to me. I want to see us all grow and continue to do what we do because we're just helping people.
Thrive off that healthy competition. It brings everybody farther.
That's it.
And like especially when such a creative scene where it's all stems around. It's almost like an infinity, like the food culture, because it's endless. You'll never be able to try every restaurant.
No
matter how many days you're out there traveling the world, it's like you'll never be able to try every restaurant. So it's endless.
I will tell you what is difficult for me is the editing. Is because I come from a TV world. The segments that I put out are more TV style segments, and the editing that goes into these are just outrageous. So,
getting a proper editor.
Then they can't see my vision. So I need to work on shortening editing time. And that's another reason why I love to work with other creators, because you get to see, how they're doing it, because they're getting the same, if not better, traction than you, and they're editing videos in a half hour. It's taking me 3 hours.
Exactly.
So
that
why?
little bit of time makes all the difference when you're trying to stay consistent. When you have a 9 to 5, when you have kids, you're a full-time pop. You're doing the dad thing all the time. Been a full-time content creator, so it's like I always say, manage your time wisely.
It's hard.
I'm
editing.
My schedule and my planner and my calendar, I literally live with it. I have to live with it next to me almost at all times now. I don't do it in my phone. I'm old school. I write it down.
I'm awful with time management. Everybody hates me.
Yeah, sometimes
I'm surprised I remember to come tonight.
I appreciate you. That's why I made sure I always follow up.
Yeah,
You
you did a great
know,
job.
that's everything. You got to make sure that. I think also like the key to all of this is communication, right?
Big time.
You know, and staying in communication throughout these processes is like so vital because I don't think a lot of people realize how much goes into just creating one clip or one episode of Wicked Bites TV. I want to make sure we brought it back a little bit too. Can you shout out your co-host for that show one more time? And
Absolutely.
Where everybody can find the episodes.
The big dog, Scott Whitley, radio legend, been on the radio since, or the show's been on the air since the mid-'70s, the second longest running radio show in America, next to the Grand Ole Opry. And we also have the TV show, Wicked Bites. We're on Nesson, the New England Sports Network, Saturday mornings at 8:30 and Sunday nights at 10. And, there's four of us. Myself, it's Scott, Lee, Bianca, and me. And we just love what we do. And, join us on a Saturday morning or on a Sunday night on Nesson. And if you can't get us there, we post everything up on Facebook and Instagram, Wicked Bites. And then, of course, me, the Wicked Snackah.
The Wicked Snackah himself. Now, do you like having a co-host more when you're out doing those things, or is it more like super quick and kind of like by yourself? Do you dig that more?
I always love working with other people because, as much as I love to be the star of the show, I really enjoy playing off of somebody else and giving somebody else a little exposure and, just making it kind of a vibe when you're out.
That's everything, man. Now, I wanted to make sure we just like talked a little bit too about like some of the founding fathers of like all of this stuff. Are you a fan of Guy Fieri?
Love Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri is like just my dude, man. Every day I put on YouTube and just like in the background when I'm working, I watch like diners, drive-ins, and dives.
That's all I used to watch.
Me
you know
too.
what I mean? I love doing it. A lot of the stuff that I do, I have them in mind. Obviously I'm my own thing, but they trailblazed the way for all of it, and that, like you said, they're the founding fathers.
It's cool. That's why I wanted to touch on it because it's like, we're in ways replicating what television set the foundation blocks and structure for.
Absolutely.
And just with our phones.
It's crazy because we come in with TV crews, production crews, looks like we're filming a movie, and I show up with my cell phone, and I can do just as good, if not better, with my cell phone.
Yeah, investing in the equipment
wild.
is like something that we've made sure that we did too. We went out, we bought the new GoPro X5, we got the new iPhones. Invest in the equipment if you're planning to produce some content. Get a couple mics. You know what I mean? That's what we did too. We can mic up when we're out in public. You know what I mean? You don't always have to have a full film crew. You can get out there for $1,000 budget. I think that's a good realistic number, between $1,000 and $2,000 to just jump in.
Yeah, having the right tools is key.
What do you film on? You got iPhone?
That's it right there.
Yeah,
iPhone 16 Pro
iPhone
Max.
16 Pro Max.
That's all I need.
So he's getting 1.5 million views
That's
on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. It just really goes to show, like, if you're hungry, if you're driven, and you actually
can
put
get
your
it.
mind to something, you can really get it. And like me too, I've been able to amass like 15-20 million views on some of the videos that I've done over the years, and each time it just brings me to one more step wherever I'm trying to go. And for me, really, I think the end goal for us right now, we're trying to establish a frozen pizza manufacturing license. So
For
we've
your bar style
for our
pizza?
bar
I
style
love
pizza. We've written over an 8-page business plan, and we're actually going to try to present it to some investors in 2026. See what happens. Like, that would be the goal. It's funny that I choose to do that because I work in the cannabis industry, and you would think I would have a product on the dispensary shelves or something like that.
Well, I feel like pizza goes great with that.
It does, I'm all about my heritage, and pizza was my first job. You know what I mean? I was making pizza when I was 15 years old. Like we said, during the pandemic, I started hearing Dave Portnoy talking about bar pizza. So I went to the bar, ordered a pizza, posted it in the South Shore Bar Pizza Social Club group. Absolutely got roasted because it wasn't a bar pie. It was just a pizza from a bar.
Oh my
I didn't
God.
know what the fuck these guys were talking about.
That group's a little wild.
They're very wild. Now they're at over 80,000 members. But I did my research, and I set out to actually try a bar pizza. And during the 2020, 2021, 22, I tried almost 40 different spots.
Yeah, I remember you were out hustling.
Yeah, I mean, we were out there all the time, in Next Page Cafe. There's a lot of spots
great.
out there. But there's an old guard of an original 10, bar pizza establishments like Cape Cod Cafe, Town Spa,
Alumni.
Linwood, Alumni, AM Vets, like that of like where the core group of where all this kind of started from, and it's all usually 10-inch steel pan pizzas, right?
Right. The pan is the big deal.
Pan's a big deal.
I was just at Johnny Kono's in
Shout
Weymouth.
out, love Johnny Cones.
Love their bar pizza.
It's bomb.
They've only been around for I think like 10 years.
Yeah.
But
and they got a new owner too.
Steve.
He's doing a good
shout out
job
to
though.
Steve, we filmed with him. They're rocking like they're an old school place.
Yeah. Every time I've gone in to pick up a pizza, it's bumping in there. There's
Crazy.
no seat at the bar. So whatever they're doing at Kono's, they're doing something right. And
The
it's
food's
like,
great.
The food's
Burgers
bomb.
are great.
Good wings.
The chicken sandwiches, the wings, but the bar pizza, I'm telling you right now, I'll put that up against the greats.
What's your absolute favorite bar pizza place you've tried?
For me, it's a toss-up between Poopsie's and O'Toole's in Whitman.
Yeah, I think that I haven't tried O'Toole's, but I tried Whitman. But Poopsie's, they do a different style dough. It's more of cracker, like a Uno's style pizzeria. That I think they either would use some lard in there or
Really?
there's an ingredient in the dough, in Poopsie's dough, that makes it a little more cracker-like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
I make my dough as a bread dough. That's what we use for our pizza.
Well, South Shore bar pizza is just so unique.
It's all to itself.
It's people say, oh, it sucks. You have to appreciate what
exactly.
it is. It's
personal pizza.
Does it look just like a shitty Greek pizza to the untrained eye?
Yes.
Yeah, probably. But you don't understand what goes into these things. The pans that they use, the cheese isn't
mozzarella. Some of these pans are as old as him and I combined.
Right, they're using cheddar cheese. Like it's the vibe. All these South Shore bars you walk
100% cheddar is traditional.
Yeah, the cheddar.
A lot of times they're doing an aged sharp cheddar. They did or a mild. There's they spin it off. But
it's a vibe.
Bar pizza is my favorite pizza, and like that's what I decided to specialize in. We make our bar pie in cast iron pans. That's what I wanted, something to set us apart from everybody else. You know what I mean? That's just who I am. I always try to go a little different of a route than other people. We make our pizza in cast iron pans. This is actually
looks like we have one.
A 12-inch cast iron bar pie right here.
So hold on. Do you have?
Pretty right.
Do you have a brick and mortar place?
Nope, we don't have a brick and mortar place. This was actually made right here, Underground Lounge, in their home oven range. We've made, since the pandemic, 10,000 pizzas.
Wow.
We throw pizza parties all over the world. I just really honed in my craft, my skill, the style, how I want to approach it all. You know what I mean? It looks a little hot right now.
All right, so we have a South Shore bar pizza.
This is our rendition of a South Shore bar style pizza.
Rendition. So
our
it's
rendition.
a play on it.
South Shore bar style, they're all baked in steel pans, majority of them. I don't think there's one out there that bakes theirs in 10-inch cast iron pans. So we bought 50 cast iron pans.
I love that.
Yeah, man. And we, that was our thing. Bobby's Bar Pizza is cast iron baked bar style pizza.
So I'm noticing the lacing.
Yeah, we got the lacing going on.
This is going to be my slice right there.
Signature lacing. That's like one of the go-to signs for a bar pie.
Why don't we stop talking and eat
Let's
this
go.
friggin' thing? Oh, I feel like I should have a napkin.
We need a napkin. It's a little hot, too.
Burn my...
Let's dig in. We got a napkin, too. Nice cheese pull.
Very nice. I'm seeing the classic bar pie undercarriage.
Yep.
This is
classic
piping
bar pie,
hot.
Piping hot. We can talk for a minute. I use 1950 cheese blend. I've tried every freaking cheese blend you could get your hands on. I was grinding my own blocks of cheddar for the longest time. To me, the cheddar just had a little bit too much milk fat.
Okay.
A lot of the time. And we do now, this blend I've been using for 5 years.
This isn't all cheddar.
No, this is a 3 cheese blend. We want, as a rendition, we wanted to switch it up a little bit. Stay as traditional as we can. You know what I mean with everything. The edge, though, is always what we try to work on the most. Make all our sauces from scratch all the time, all our dough from scratch. And this is really the product we would want to introduce frozen to the market.
The dough is really popping out at me.
Yeah, the dough's really nice. It's a bread dough.
Yeah.
A little springy, but it's nice.
A little springy.
A little springy, and it's nice.
Oh, we got to go with the lacing here. Huh?
Yeah, let's get a nice shot on that lacing, too. Looking good.
Nice little crunch on that classic lacing flavor. A little burnt.
Brings back memories just eating it,
That is very good.
I love it.
What about the sauce?
The sauce, I use 7-Eleven ground tomatoes, and then I'll do, usually I'll do a 2-to-1 blend to the tomato paste, or the ground crushed tomato paste, like in the can, and that makes the sauce just a little bit silky. But I was always a fan of a little bit chunky tomato in my sauce.
I'm with that.
I was never like a smooth, silky kind of sauce guy.
Gives it more of a rustic feel.
Yeah, you know,
Less
San,
of a
San
more produced.
Marzanos, 7-Eleven's one of the best purveyors of, you know, vine ripe San Marzanos in the country. You know what I mean?
So bar pizza is its own thing, right? And you have made a play on bar pizza. This is in a category, I feel, slightly to the left of it.
Yeah, I could totally see that. I dig it, man. We take a lot of pride in our product.
Very good.
You like it?
Very good.
Honest score,
On a
1
score,
out of 10 for a homemade pie.
7-7.
Love it. Take that score
7-7.
all day. That's the exact number. I would hope Dave Portnoy would give us something similar. So I appreciate you. And if it wasn't for Portnoy, I don't think I would have actually done this. You know what I mean? I started selling them out the house during the pandemic. People started seeing me post them online. They're like, well, how can I get one? You know what I mean? I'm like, well, hit me up. Now that's
Portnoy
the...
is an absolute gent.
He really is, man.
What he does for small businesses,
Incredible.
big shout out to Dave Portnoy.
I can't believe how important he became in the food industry as a whole. Raising
Legend.
$60 million during the pandemic. He gets a lot of hate from a lot of people, but he changed so many people's lives.
You're not doing it right.
I completely agree. Now my boy Stevie Snacks the motto. You gave me the 7-7 rating. You did the mystery box review. You have anything left you want to talk about? Say to the camera. Let them know now.
I could talk forever. That's all I do. My mouth just
Damn right.
doesn't stop. I just want to thank you for doing this. I think you are doing a great thing.
Thank
You
you, my
always have a
brother.
positive attitude.
Thank you.
Every time I've talked to you, this is going to blow up. For
I
you
appreciate you.
because you're doing it the right way. You got a hell of a crew here, by the way.
I'm super
There's-
blessed.
If you can't see this, there's like 5 people here right now. Everybody's got a job.
Everybody's working,
This
doing
is just
something.
insanity.
Shout out to Bailey Nuggs behind the scene, making everything happen. I'm super blessed in life just to have a core, solid group of people around me all the time, looking out for me. And I think
You are
that's
who you hang with.
you're damn right on that. And I think that every day of my life, I wake up in the morning with the mindset that I'm gonna share my life with people. I'm gonna pay it forward.
I love that.
My life was changed and blessed beyond belief. I've been doing this for the last 17 years, full-time cannabis journalist, cannabis activist.
Love
I've
that.
never worked a 9 to 5 really. I put my entire career, freedom, everything on the line for something bigger than me. And now, almost being 40 years old in a couple of years,
I'm going to be 40 on Saturday.
brother, you look good for your fucking age. You're
Take
looking
it
jacked.
easy with that.
You're looking jacked
No,
too,
no, I
man.
didn't know.
You're looking
Back to the
jacked.
gym.
I think us Italians, we'll stay young, kind of stay young forever.
Well, when we're short, we have to have something, right?
I think that's my grandma is about to be 98
Wow.
years old, and
God
I swear
bless her.
she's gonna live to 110.
Oh,
know,
absolutely.
All she does all day is sit there and do her crosswords, and she's sharp as a tack. You know what I mean?
My father's 84. He's still working in the produce center in Chelsea at 2 in the
Oh
morning.
my
every
God,
day.
I love it.
I think we need another slice of pizza.
Yeah, man, grab another slice.
You
Let's
got an
go.
attitude, but it's a good one.
You know, man, life is good. Life is sweet, especially when you got a pizza. You know, this is everything to me. I always say pizza's in my DNA.
So unique.
It's different, a little springy. I really like the edges. That's always been my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Favorite part. You know,
Oh, yeah.
I don't think people realize when we say laced edges, it's just cheese and sauce that
No.
caramelized. You
You're
know?
making this in a home oven.
Mm-hmm.
You crisp the bottom of this up just a little more.
Exactly.
This thing's going into the eggs.
That's what I would normally do. I'll maybe par bake the shells.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just crispy. But the home ranges are finicky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For a 7-7 out of a home oven, that's a fucking great score. I think that eventually we do some pop-ups in one of the local restaurants, which we do often. I'll have to invite you down so you can get some of our true product from the
Oh, yeah.
from the bread ovens. You know what I
A
mean?
little more crisp on this. This is
A
going
little
to
more
be
crisp.
outrageous.
Been incredible. But thank you so much for joining us on the show today, my brother.
We had a
Stevie
blast.
Snacks the motto. You're making waves out here all over the place, dude. I just want to say I respect you. I big up you. Amazing father, incredible content creator, super hungry, driven, motivated individual, really making an impact. That's what Carrying the Torch podcast is all about. You're carrying the torch not only for future Italians, but for local businesses alike. You know, that's just like something that hits right in the heart, man. As a local Italian businessman, thank you for all you do for everybody out
This
here,
guy's
bro.
gassing me up, man. I don't even want to.
Gotta gas you up. You
That's a
deserve
tough act to follow right there, man.
it. My brother.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you for coming
I
on the
appreciate
show.
it.
Carrying the Torch podcast. Shout out our sponsors, Underground Culture. Make sure you guys come here on Friday nights. They're always doing some unique events, or rent this space for your own private events or unique activations. Shout out Cold Room Drip, helping us keep the flame lit. Grassroots California, always keeping your boy fresh. Pop Shop, Mineral Spring Avenue, Fire Mystery Boxes. Ripple Maine, always keeping me terped up. I love you guys. We out here carrying the torch podcast, episode 5.